こんばんは。Good evening. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. 皆さん、良い一日をお過ごしでしょうか。Welcome to our second FF14 stream of the week. 今週の第2目、2つ目2番目2つ目の、F14 配信でございます。ようこそです。Welcome. We are continuing our foray into the Pandaemonium storyline today. 今日はね、また、Pandaemonium の続きを見たいと思います。Before we start, I just want to show off this little minion that I got. 始まる前にね、このミニオンをちょっとお見せしたいですね。I did rock on earlier today. 今日ちょっと早い時にロックオンやりましたね。これ。And then I got this little guy でこいつを引いててめっちゃ可愛いですけど He has this little scroll この薪落とすんですけど落として拾うんですよこいつ He drops it and he picks it up and he's got this little sword on his back 背中にちょっとちっちゃい剣があってめっちゃ可愛いなんだよということで、はい、いつものメトンに戻して、we're gonna bring Meton back, and then let's get on with the stream. 配信始まりますかね。はい、次はどこで行くんでしょうか。Where is this again? Where's this? 所属地族地区Aporia. Alright then. 助かる That's helpful. Someone here is also doing this stuff. なんかやってる人もいる。イエーイ。マナーの方がなんかいろいろ起こってる。なんかいろいろある。アクティビティ、活動がすごいんです。So much is happening. So much more happens on mana than like in elemental. It's crazy. Like at the end of last stream. 前回の配信の後 so like this the amount PFs up on mana was like 150 前回の配信の後マナーでのアップしてる PF を150 When it went back to elemental it was 11 elemental に戻ったら11だった草やばない10倍以上っすよ It was like more than 10 times absolutely nuts So that's why I'm doing these streams on mana. As always, Ixion です。ということで、いつも通りこういう配信は Ixion で、マナーでやってます。はい。パンデモニアムには獣が潜む。Beasts lie within Pandaemonium. で、英語 An unwelcome visitor. 歓迎されてない訪人大使 I've made a breakthrough After uncountable days and nights I finally hearkened to the crystal's whispers and I must say Professor Claudian, Where are your manners? While I understand all too well your enthusiasm, I must remind you that even the most academically inclined would prefer a composed recounting of events. トシタさん、こんばんは。動画配信頑張ってね。ありがとうございます。頑張ります。Yes, of course. レカさんも、こんばんは。グブエ。Yes, of course. My apologies, Taishin. Being consumed by my research for so long, I am afraid I've quite forgotten how to engage in civilized conversation. I like it though. Comment, we're getting right into it. 来た早々すぐ始まるというのがいいです。ありがとうです。In that case, perhaps we should start from the beginning, with a crystal set adrift upon the ethereal tides, containing the memories of a party yet unknown. They cried out for deliverance from Pandaemonium, where the ancients kept volatile creations under lock and key. You yourself witnessed the power devouring the facility from within, and with the advent of a divine monstrosity wrought of mythic beast and powerful mage. Fortunately, your martial prowess and the combined magical talents of your companions, Themis and Erictonians, was sufficient to restore order to the circles of Asphodelos, but the greater threat remains. In the depths of Pandaemonium, a presence yet stirs, its intentions and identity shrouded in mystery. That is the issue at hand, is it not? Since you returned to us, we worked tirelessly to discern the nature of the crystal. In the process, I detected an anomalous etheric signature, which I believe arose from the memory stored within. Analysis of this pattern suggested a feeling of loss or yearning, specifically the yearning to be made whole. And indeed, ambient readings have revealed a faint but identical signature. This can only mean that another such crystal exists in our time. Ooh. So, my friend, I must depart to search for it forthwith. By retracing the matching etheric signature to its source, I believe it will be a simple matter to find our crystal's twin. So it's like a game of hot and cold, right? What would that be in Japanese? Do they have that in Japanese? 日本語あるのかな？英語はそのホットとコールというゲームはあるんですけど、日本語あるのかな？なんかその物探しみたいなゲーム、リアルで、友達とするゲームですね。なんかそのプレイヤーとなんかプレイヤーじゃない人がやる。プレイヤーじゃない人が何かを頭の中で決めて。で、プレイヤーがそれを探しに行く。で、ゲームマスターという人が、そのプレイヤーが近づくと、ホット、もっとホットというような、ヒントを出したり、で、そのプレイヤーが、もう、離れているのな、coder, very cold みたいな、ヒントを出すみたいなやつですけど。あるのかな？Professor, will this expedition be carried out only by us, or will Taishi grace us with her protection? I'm afraid she has more pressing matters to attend to, my dear Rusano, namely, to seek out the secrets which lie nestled within Pandaemonium, where this all began. From all that we have heard, it appears that time traversal from the Crystal Tower is not fluid. That is to say, one can but travel in predetermined intervals. It would be prudent to check in on occasion, in case there are any unanticipated changes. 通のタイムトラベルは、指定すればいつでも戻れるんだけど、これは違うみたいですね。Normal time travel is like you can just decide whenever you want to go back in time. You can decide the point of time that you want to go back to. But I guess it's not the case here. It's sort of like a parallel timelines kind of situation here. なんかこっちはなんか平行線みたいな感じですね。As for you, my loyal sisters, I would ask you to remain here and continue cataloging the ancient creations. You can't mean. Do you intend to search for the crystal on your own? Why, yes, that would be the most efficient use of resources, would it not? In fact, I have already commissioned a ship and pilot for that very purpose. I trust you to take good care of the laboratory in my absence. I can't speak tonight, man. 今夜なんか発音がグダグダです。Oh, anyways. I apologize for that somewhat abrupt departure. When progress is in sight, Professor Claudian tends to become blind to all else. Indeed, and he has been worse than usual. While I cannot fault him for his excitement, I do wish he would spare a thought for those around him. For reasons unknown, the crystal seems loath to be overheard. Much as it spoke only to you last time, none but the professor has been able to capture its ethereal yearning, which has served only to convince him that he can solve this puzzle on his own. Surely, after some time alone, he'll come to remember how valuable we are. The search for this crystal seemed to be a simple enough matter. Let him have his adventure, and upon his return, I'm certain he'll be back to his usual self. As for you, Taishi, it may be best to return to Pandaemonium, as Professor Claudian suggested. Speaking of which, I did have a request of my own to make. Traveling to Pandaemonium requires you to pass through Elpis, correct? There's something I would have you investigate in my stead. While those creations confined within Pandaemonium are considered to be failures, I doubt that's their whole story. Barring exceptional cases, they must have been under observation in Elpis before being consigned to their shackles. And if we know anything about the ancients, that they would have kept thorough records of the results. Haha, brilliant. Delving into these records may shed light on creatures Taishi has yet to encounter. If your theory proves correct, that is. While there are no guarantees, it certainly beats the current strategy of rushing forward blindly with only her strength to carry the day. For your own sake as well as ours, please unearth what information you can. Alright. I don't know how useful that's gonna be though. どれから役に立つかどうかわかんないね。今から行くんでしょ。調べてもう別に戻んないでしょ。もう現地で煉獄をクリアするよしてから帰るんでしょ。予定としては。We're gonna go to Elpis now. And then I don't think we're gonna come back until after we've cleared Abyssos, the second tier. What is the point of looking up information on the lower tiers if I'm gonna explore them already anyways? Alright, well anyways. Yasha. Oh yeah, wait, I got a new mount. I want to see how it works. How it looks. 新しいマウントもらった。ちょっとどんな見た目してるかちょっと見たい。これ、妖怪ウォッチのやつ。もらっちゃったんです。so cramped. ぎゅうぎゅうじゃん。これ、気持ち悪そう。足が伸ばす場所がない。There's no space to spread my legs. It's like in an airplane. 飛行機乗るみたいじゃん。やば。What about this one? これは同じく Same. Oh, it just glows. 光ってる。それだけか。What about this one? ジバニャン。Oh, much better! much better! これなら足をいくらでも伸ばせる。いいね、いいね、いいね。これは悪くない。ちょっと可愛いけど。It's a bit cute though. But I really like how like the dress is, it works with a dress. ドレスには青という点がすごくいいね。すごく好きね。でも確かにちょっとアニメっぽい。It is kind of a character. It is a bit cutesy. Not quite for this fit. Maybe a cuter fit? もっと可愛いミラプリなら合うかもしれない。いいね、いいね。悪くない。No, you got Yokai Watch. I did. I finished. I got all the weapons. It took so fucking long. 武器全部揃いましたよ。めっちゃ時間がかかったよ。めんどくさかったよ。でも青魔法があってめちゃくちゃ良かったよ。I'm so glad I have blue and I'm up to date with blue and I have all the blue spells and everything. Cause I did a bit of it with like a warrior. ちょっとウォリアーで戦士やってたんですけどね。Cause I had like I was gathering the Atma also while I was at it. どうせならアトマも集めてた。だからちょっとウォリアーやってたんですけどめっちゃ時間がかかった。It took so long when I was using warrior. Even when I was using blue, it took a while. But warrior was, oh man, people who was doing it without blue. 青がない人がお疲れ様です。めちゃくちゃやばいです。まあやい。Also, I'm really glad that the Yokai Watch weapons go into the armor so they don't take up my inventory space. ちゃんとアーモアの中に入れるのが良かったね、その武器が。妖怪ウォッチの武器。じゃなければインベントリースペースがやばいです。ていうかそもそもこれアチーブメントの名前ですらもっとインベントリースペースくださいというようなになってるよ。分かっててやってるんでしょこいつら。The name of the achievement itself is more inventory slots, please. They know what they're doing, these assholes. They know what they're doing. God damn it. It's like 17 slots, man. There's the 17 weapons. 17個あるよ、武器。やばい。Anyways, continue. 続きいきます。You seek records of Pandaemonium's creations? Master Themis has just finished perusing the very same. I should not be surprised that we both arrived at the same conclusion. Luckily, I have saved you the trouble and gleaned what information I could. So you know each other. I was dreading having to once again scour the archives, but perhaps instead I'll rest for a spell. If there's nothing else, I shall take my leave. お疲れ様です。ありがとうございます。Thank you. How should we? For I have undone the warding sigil blocking the entrance to Abyssos. I came here merely to chase an idle suspicion while awaiting your return. Fortunately, While Pandaemonium's protective wards continue to be assailed by our unknown foe, there have been no fluctuations so great as to make me doubt Erictonia's capacity to keep watch over Asphodelas while I am away. He works diligently to master interment, that he might deliver the creations back to their cages by his own hand. I thought it best to give him time to hone his craft. 特訓の時間 Training montage! And since fate has brought us both here, I would ask you to accompany me while I attend to another matter. More idle suspicions I would like to chase down. Rest assured, it shall not take long. I simply have a few questions to ask an acquaintance of mine. Come, he has agreed to meet us near the Nairs to Pandaemonium. Oh, that's far. That's far. Though it is a journey that I've taken hundreds of times by now, if, at least tens, at least dozens. 何十回、多分もう何百回通った道ではある。Because of the A-trains. A ツアーのおかげで。いつもここに一つあるかもしれない。Usually there's one either here, or there's one possible spawn point is here. あるいはここもある。ここスポーンできる場所。And then I think, within there, I think there's one also. その中にもあるんじゃないかな。あ、違う。ここだ。But this is a B. So we know that this is a spawn point. これは B ランク、B モブなので、ここは、レイも A も、スポーンできるということがわかるんです。You know, I wanna, like, some people do this crazy thing called mapping. I want to tell you about it. ちょっと、マッピングということをする、ちょっと頭おかしい人がいるんです。どう説明すればいいのかな。マップのうち、A がいつも2匹、で、B が2匹いるんでしょ。So there's always two A's and two B's in the map. I don't say always as in like it's always there. I mean like each map has two A's in it and two B's that can spawn in it, right? So, で、例えば S をスポーンしたい。マップごと S もあるんです。So maps also have S's. So people want to know, how do I explain this? I don't even fully understand it myself. But basically, they kill the bees again and again and again in all the places where they spot it. まあ、俺もよくわかんないんだけど、その B を何回も何回も殺して、つまりここが B が1回もう出たなので、ここには、S が出ないということがわかるみたいな感じ。So, by killing this here, because this spawned here, so they know that this will not be a spot for the S, for example, and so they kill it to make it repop somewhere else, because B's come back in like 5 seconds, right? B がなんか、5秒ぐらいでまたリポップするので、要はここが、もう×ということを分かった上で、ここの B を殺す。なので、他のどこかで、リポップしているのならそっちも×。So, wherever this respawns, they cross that out too. And so they keep crossing out the different spots while killing this again and again and again and again. 何回も何回も殺してリポップさせて殺してで結局、最後に、ずっと、リポップしない場所があったらそこが、S がいずれ起きる 場所という語がわかるんです。So, like when they keep doing this many times, and there's like the one spot that the B never shows up on, then they know, okay, that's where the S is gonna be. And so when the conditions, say the weather conditions or whatever, are correct for the S, then it will spawn. And then so they know where to look for it. で、その例えば天気の条件があったら、その S がポップでどこに探しに行けばいいかもうすでに分かるというような感じですけど、これするのはめちゃくちゃ時間かかるんですよ。This takes like absolutely fucking ages. It's ridiculous. It's crazy, but people do it. めちゃくちゃ時間かかるなので、多分おかしいとしか思えないんだけど、普通にやるんです。で、その人たちのありがたいです。彼をしてくれる人がすごくありがたいです。They're crazy, but we're very thankful to them. Because they're the people who spawn the S's and then they report it, and then everybody gets to join in and kill the S. あの人たちがなければ S のアチーブメントが永遠にクリアできないですね。Without those people, we'll never be able to clear these like sort of these achievements. Absolutely ridiculous. Crazy. Anyways, let's go for it. As I have pondered our expedition into Pandaemonium, I could not help but be mystified by how strongly the warders we encountered felt for La Habrea, whether it be for good or ill. Hesperos and Erectonians were two sides of the same coin. The former looked to his mentor with absolute devotion, while the latter looked to his father with bald hatred. I would not expect a feminist such as you to understand this, but such extreme emotions toward a single individual are quite rare indeed. Naturally, I feel gratitude toward my mother and father, yet we are all equals in a larger picture of the star. This fear is not unique to myself, it is more or less accepted as the way of things. By contrast, the researchers of Pandaemonium seem to view La Habrea with a feeling approaching obsession. Whether driven by love or hate, they have all been drawn to him. There were many other aspects of the facility's particulars I found troubling besides. I decided the best course of action would be to go straight to the source and pose my questions to a member of the words of La Habrea. My apologies, I've kept you waiting, Master Themis. I understand you're conducting an investigation of Pandaemonium and wish to know of its origins. Indeed. In particular, I wish to know exactly why Pandaemonium was built directly under Elpis. The facility is overseen by the words of La Habrea, after all. Why keep it so close to Elpis, whose governing body has no say in its day-to-day operations? At first, I thought it to be merely a matter of convenience. Thus creations which are deemed failures by the researchers of Elpis could be easily ushered into their new homes. Imagine my surprise when a trip to the archives revealed that many of the creations were sent from organizations beyond Elpis, including from the words of La Habrea themselves. Given this, albeit limited information, I cannot help but feel that the Academia Anida would have been a more fitting locale. What does Elpis have that cannot be found there? in がある。So that's where the words of La Habrea are located. These are fitting questions, and ones we have asked ourselves many times in recent years. Alas, the nature of Pandaemonium's construction does not lend itself to relocation. When first it was built, circumstances weren't as they are now. As you surmise, the majority of creations kept within Pandaemonium were sent from Elpis. Yet, as the years passed, interests changed. Failures in creations deemed too flawed even to submit to Elpis, paradoxically drew the attention of Pandaemonium's researchers. That is quite the change, and in fact, it almost runs counter to the facility's original purpose. Who is it that decides which creations will be the subject of research? Master La Habrea. Such authority is reserved for the chief keyword, and he has taken it upon himself to step into that role. So if Pandaemonium's resources were being misused, they would be under La Habrea's authority, correct? I know not what you are suggesting, but the keywords also hold some sway within the facility. Not even Master La Habrea will be free from their scrutiny. They are duty-bound to report any irregularities as soon as possible. But who? To who? Report to who? その報告は誰宛て？結局ラハブレア宛てだったら、まあ、意味ないんですよね。If they're reporting this to La Habrea, then there's really no point. Although I admit that as of late, the communication has been somewhat sporadic. We but recently received a report from one of the keywords stating that all is well within Pandaemonium's halls. Really? And you're certain that a keyword sent it? Yes, of course. Our communication suffered a temporary obstruction, but I can assure you that the words did the due diligence of confirming the identity of the sender. Thank you. This information will be helpful to my investigation. That'll be all from our prying. You confirmed the identity of who's the sender? Who's the sender?ラブレインの方でも念入りに確認したと聞いています。送信者のアイデンティティを確認するには、ちゃんとしましたと言うんですけど、英語は。誰？知りたい。Then I shall take my leave. While you're yet permitted to conduct the investigation freely, I must remind you that the warder's work is delicate, and it would be remiss to disturb them for longer than is necessary. Something is wrong. 何かおかしいぞ。All is well. A blatant lie, and to that we can both attest. One of the remaining keywords is most certainly in league with the party behind this. Let us hurry. I know not why our adversary sent that report, but 'tis plain that we must return to Pandaemonium with haste. I cannot guess as to why this false report has arisen now, but it certainly bodes ill, as is the knowledge our mysterious mastermind has at least one more keyword to puppet. Regardless, they have tipped a hand. We would be remiss to leave Erictonius at the mercy of their machinations. Let us hope no harm has befallen him. Oh, 特訓してる。お疲れ。It's hard work, training. あちゃー。はあ。Not quite. I've traced these sigils countless times, yet still I lack the strength to maintain the spell. And now time works against me. I can no longer be a victim to my own ineptitude. What? Who goes there? Oh my god. There's something to be admired in such single-minded effort, even if your methods leave much to be desired. まだにいますよ。ありがとうございます。次のクエストで解放します。You allowed this familiar to catch you unawares? Have you set your sights so high as to forget you walk upon the earth? I know this creature, a familiar of the Phoenix. But that monster is locked away. That it is, in spite of the trouble went to in freeing it, I might add. Begrudge me for addressing you in this ill-fitting form if you must, but with control of Asphodelis wrested from my grasp, 'tis simply the best I can offer you. Hide if you will, but mark my words, I will find you and make you pay for the chaos you've sown. Now, there is no need for such hostility. A calm heart stays the cause. The wisdom of La Habrea, your father. And how would you know what wisdom he speaks? I have heard those words many times. Scolding of a tutor whose students struggle to grasp the most rudimentary lessons, seething with disgust. No. I've not told that to anyone, not even keyword Hesperus. That can only mean one thing. That still you insist on mocking me. Stop this farce, La Habrea! At last, the move to keep up. Pity that you remain behind, nevertheless. What? What? As ever you are. Always you fail to learn, fail to understand, fail to act. And though fate has deigned to offer an escape, you remain here. You are bereft of magical prowess and common sense both. 確かに特訓するならここに残る意味ないですよね。Then again, it has a point. If he just wanted to train, he can just train back home. You don't have to train here. But you need not despair. Dull though you may be, you are yet indispensable to Pandaemonium's great experiment. There's the affection I remember. Tell me, did I ever once measure up to your expectations? You shall. Take pride in that, and rejoice to see your wish fulfilled. What wish? Come, and all shall be revealed. All this rage, this hatred, is but a consequence of ignorance. Our desires align more than you know. What are you saying? So there's the word saying is missing. It's not, he's not asking what are you, it's what are you saying? Teleported? Is he being... what's happening? テレポートされていないね。何があったら Uninvited guests rejoin our reunion. It seems fortune no longer favors you. Uninvited guest? Weird uninvited guest? I thought this is the uninvited guest. 招かざる客というのが、こいつだと思ったんだけど。どうやら俺たちですね。また邪魔が入るとは。邪魔が俺たちが。なるほど。Do you think I have any interest in listening to your prattle, let alone bowing to your will? I am no longer a child, and my faith lies with those who have earned it. So these are the heroes who brought Hesperus low, even as power divine flowed through his veins. 安心となった。神って存在しないんでしょこの世界。特にエルピスの世界。Half god, demigod, power divine is not just like a thing that you're saying. The Japanese is, even though so these are the heroes who brought Hesperus low, who had already become half god. 'Tis plain there are worthier subjects to contend with. ならば我が息子のことは預けておこう。先に選ぶべきものはあちらのようだからな。In that case, I will leave my son in your hands. There's another that I should target first. Thank you. If you had shown up even a moment later, I shudder to think what would have become of me. There's something I must tell you. I know who's behind this. There's but one person who can hold thrall over familiar, creation, and keyboard alike. Ba, 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 ba. Stand here. 煉獄で彼らは出会う。They meet. They're meeting within Abyssos.英語は Masks of the Father. 父の仮面。で、複数仮面たち。 And so there can be but one conclusion. La Brea was the driving force behind this chaos from the start. There is logic to that. There few with the wherewithal to even consider experimentation on such a scale, let alone the capacity to create demigods for man and beast, the rest of us none the wiser. Considering the magnitude of his work with the convocation and the words, his relatively minor role as chief keyword comes under little scrutiny, even as it provides him the authority to wield dangerous magics. May serve as veil and mantle both. Are we dealing with La Habrea being the bad guy again? This is the second time. またハブレアが悪者という話になってますけど、2回目ですよ。未来でも同じことをしましたけど、we've already gone through this once in the future. Are we doing this again? Or is it being set up? This may be a frame job. それともなんかこれ濡れ衣かもしれないよ。知らないよ、わかんないよ。Still, I find the notion hard to accept. The misdeeds perpetrated here could not have been done by the La Brea I know. You have met him, yes? Do you think he is capable of this? La Brea is the one from the MSQ ルーレですね。メインクエストのルレットからのやつでしょ。うわほほほほほ Heart of Sabic とかサビックの心臓日本語わかんないんだけど、あれをする人でしょ。Such destruction なんという破壊とかを言わせる、それガイアスのセリフですけど。Labra is capable far more than you would know. It's still too early to say for certain. I kind of feel like we're being pushed too much into this direction right at the moment. なんか今はなんかこれに押されすぎな気がするので、なんか濡れ衣な感じがします。I kind of get the feeling this is a frame job. We're kind of like we're kind of rushing too much way too quickly into this. So let's go for some circumspection. ちょっと落ち着いて考えましょうという話という方にしましょう。It truly is a puzzle with many missing pieces. Still, I see you do not deny outright the possibility that La Brea is a man with few scruples. That alone should be enough, but let me assure you, La Brea holds nothing so dear as his own ambition. Well, he may not be one to let emotions stand in the way of his mission. I cannot believe there are no depths to which he would not stoop. Although we met but briefly, the impression he left on me stands in stark contrast to your evaluation. Those methods are ever unorthodox. They seem guided by a firm understanding of what is just. There is only one way to find out for certain. We delve deeper into Pandaemonium and pull back the curtain on this mystery ourselves. A wise course. I would not deny the truth if I saw it with my own eyes, even if it was discomforting to behold. Then we must move forward with no excessive caution. La Brea, or whoever is behind this, has likely spread the tentacles into every corner of Pandaemonium. We can safely assume the other keywords won't greet us with open arms. Agreed. Let us make our way through Abyssos, one careful step at a time. I shall stay by Aritonius' side, in case our enemies think to target him again. Would I trouble you to take the vanguard? As always, Itsumodori. Makasetoke. Thank you. As a precaution, I shall safeguard you with a simple spell. This will ensure that even should we become separated, my phantom warriors will still come to your aid. If it does come to battle, the keyword's magics will put us at a disadvantage once again. Luckily, we have you to even the skills somewhat. I trust you shall be liberal with your weight. Hey, are you saying I'm heavy? Are you calling me fat? Excuse you. Da 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 da. Bang. Okay, 開放したPF 作ります。Unlocked it. PF. Gotta make it now. 200 already. 200 PF. Mana 最高! Mana is awesome, guys. Mana is fucking awesome. Alright. Though, is it trials or is it raids? It's raids, right? It's raids. 5th circle. The adventurer, please assist streaming. I see chat. Okay, and yep, everything looks good. 全部大丈夫そうですね。Okay, up. 上げました。And it is on. So many pages, it's awesome. Alright, it's on the last page. 最後のページです。いやー、10月になったらこんな感じになるのかな。これよりページが多いということですかね。楽しみですよ。Like when it becomes October, we're gonna have even more pages. It's gonna be like this, but like even more with all of the JPDCs combined. It's gonna be fucking awesome. JPDC 全部共通ということになるのがすごい楽しみ。すごい盛り上がるぜ。And welcome Sasha, welcome Olo. Thank you for coming. Imagine it's only 200 on mana alone. Then there's meteor. I mean, elemental's not gonna contribute anything. We're just gonna be stupid. Elemental はあんまり何も追加しないけど。レカさんありがとう。けどマナーが200。でメティアも200。ガイアも多分200じゃない？わかんないんだけど。I mean, Gaia probably is similar. I imagine. I don't know. Oh, that's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun. セラムさんありがとう。今日はレカさんがいます。レカさんもありがとう。P4N or P5N? P5N, I think. Did I do it right? 間違ってたんですかね、5. The 5th. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. 5です。今日は5、6、7、8です。よし、そろそろこれでデューティファイナル入れます。Go for it! 早い嬉しい It's so fast. I love it. さてと楽しませてくれるわよ You better entertain me, man. Oh my god. 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 Teleport trap. ダンジョンありのやつ It always happens in JRPG dungeons. A teleport trap. You stepped on it. 踏んじゃった。ほう。あ、バラバラ？あ、we got split up. That's not Carbuncle. Excuse you. Proto Carbuncle. これカーバンクルじゃない。カーバンクル可愛いやつですよ。Carbuncles are cute. You don't deserve the name. Excuse you. よろしくお願いします。Okay, that's the main tank. 行きます。Okay, alright. Okay, that looks like probably a raid wide. Yep. Whoa! We don't want to be here then. What each other missing? Oh wait, but oh, did it get reflected? Ha! 反射されたか。Nice. Topaz stone. He is using summoner thingies. Oh no. サマナーのスペル使ってるよ、こいつ。本当にカーバンクルなのか。It really is a carbuncle. Oh god, no. Alright, what are we doing here? Sonic Howl sounds like raid wide. Yep, there we go. Well, that's what he did. I'm gonna go behind you again. Mata Ushiro. Yep. Okay, tank buster. Crunch. Crunchy. Another raid wide. Everybody back up full again. So, civic slaver. Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god, what is this? Ah, lock された. Oh, cutscene. What's up? Oh, どうした? Ah!Oh no, he's escaping! 逃げようとしてる。あ、いや、マンキー？猿か、お前。出れない。おお、出れた！Oh, like that! He escaped? Shit, what is this? Oh! Ouch. Oh dear. He's a lively beast eating his hunger. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh boy. This does not look good. Wow, yabaso! Oh wait, everybody's here, everybody's here. Are they? Koko? Oh, okay. Can't buster. Got you. I got you. Team fight night. Okay. Alright. That was not too bad. Oh, what is good night? Type good. Toxic crunch. Oh my god, it's expanding. 広げる感じ。Oh, okay, don't touch. Okay. Oh, what is this? Oh, これは okay, okay. Okay. Oh, fuck! Ouch! Ouch! No! Ah, stun! No! Ah! Okay, I asked for it. 確かに楽しませてくれよと言った。確かに俺言った。これは僕言えんの。Wow! Wow! Tank, come up first. まずタンク戻る。Okay, okay, fun. Okay, lots of fun for the whole family. Okay, alright, okay, we got this. Okay, I like this. これは良かったです。The party chat, thank you, good game. 確かに前回言ったんですよね。あれ一回も死ねないんですけどと言ったよね、あれ。言った。ごめんなさい。I said last time, I didn't die about once. This is so fucking easy. What the fuck, man? I said that, and then I died here. Okay, I love it. Thank you. Ba, 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 ba. Such a Play commendation and wow, Takusan and MT is there. Loot. I do want this. The rest I don't really care about. 他は別にどうでもいいです。いらない。いらない。いらない。いらない。で、いらない。ああ、他の人もらっちゃった。Alright then, whatever. うちもキノコ。昨日もキノコだったね。昨日の配信。黄色だったんだけど。We had mushrooms on stream yesterday also. It was yellow, but still. So this is where research is conducted on creatures imbued with poisons and venoms. Erectonius and I were conveyed not far from here. It seems our foe is finding it more difficult to surprise us. Difficult to surprise us in that, like, because we had been on guard already. Fortunately for you, since they appear particularly keen to see you dispatched as quickly as possible. Even alone, you are a force to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might serve you further. Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long. But I believe we can forego introductions, unless I have misread you. ラハブレア。おー、お前なんて知らない。Am I supposed to know who you are? お前なんて知らない。彼氏しますか？ Let's go with this. 知らない。I understand that my son's rhetoric is really compelling, but come now. I can be none other than La Habrea of the Convocation of 14. 自己紹介させた。We made him introduce himself. Yeah, we're winning this. 俺たち勝つ。ていうかさ、こいつの名前ヘフェスタスなんだ。Interesting that this guy's name is Hephaestus.It's continuing again the thing of like Asians being named after Greek gods. また、ギリシャの神々の名前を語るというやつ、またパターンが続くんですね。ヘフェスタスは、ブラックスミスの神。なんというのWhat's blacksmithing? 家事の神です。家事と、ものづくり、いろいろなものを作る神です。So he's the god of blacksmithing and just the god of creating things in general, I suppose. Yes. If you truly are who you claim to be, then answer this question.That can wait. Oh. Oh. What is this? Now, this is curious. The trap I wove at your feet reacts to ether, but you remain unaffected. Such thin ether.Such thin ether, and in an unfamiliar composition besides. It is of no matter, I suppose. A more direct approach will beget the same results. I would advise you to think carefully before deciding your next action. Strike me down here, and Erichtonius' wish shall remain unfulfilled.Never again shall he meet Athena. Mother! You would dare hide behind her name! どういうことだ? What are you talking about? Listen well, Erichtonius. We are of the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is then hear me out.Erichtonius, wait! There's a question I must needs ask first. If you truly are La Habrea, why speak such blatant lies? 結局、聞けるじゃん。マナー発動されても。So, Demis is going to ask a question. Hephaestus activated the trap as if to stop him from asking a question. And then now Demis gets to ask the question anyway. Bitter in defeat, are we? Say my name. A simple request.10 was it? A trifle soon forgotten, as are you. I have my answer. The La Habrea that I knew took pride in the convocation and would never suffer its denigration. Ooh. to sully his station with this fuss. やはり思うのか? You're a big shot, are you? I knew it. You're an important person. Temis, what are you saying? Labre and I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. Indeed, he makes a passing fine imitation in appearance and manner. However, the real Labre would never call me by the name Temis. Oh. Oh. What trouble have you gotten yourself into, Elidibus? Oh! Temis is Elidibus! Imposter. You have no right to claim that form. That mask. Oh. Oh. Eh? Eh? What? Who? Same color hair? Same color eyes? 髪と目の色が同じ。どういうこと? Twas a mask that sickened me to wear. Mask of Labrea, a man who values his position above all, who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty. Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that mine by right. Any worth you may have hinges on that which you so despise. Such trite provocations. I would not be goaded into finishing this ere my work is done. Erictonius, listen well. I am Hephaestus. And it is I whom you should call father. What? What? Is this a Star Wars moment? What in the name of creation? Luke, I am your father. Kind of thing, kind of bullshit. What's going on? どういうこと? どういうこと? We would do well not to stand idle while our enemy is about. I believe an explanation is in order, Elidibus. Let us return to safety so you may provide it. Oh right, I already forgot the shock, the fact that Temis is Elidibus. もう忘れた。Temis が Elidibus ということのショック、もう忘れた。いきなりいっぱい開示されてて、a lot was revealed in a very quick succession. Elidibus. What did Elidibus do though? I don't really remember. Then again. Elidibus 何したっけ? ちょっと待って。ライブウィキ。Elidibus。そんなに悪くなかった気がするんだけど、I kind of seem to remember him not being all that bad. He was the white one, right? Yeah, he's the one who was wearing white. 白を着てたやつ。he helped the Scions. 暁を助けてた。けど、ゾディアックには、絶対な中心でもあった。But he was absolute loyalty to Zodiac. Yeah, he wasn't too bad, I seem to remember. そんなに悪くなかった気がする。なるほどね。Elidibus of Albert's appearance. Oh, 5.3! 5.3! こいつだった。 はいはいはいはいはい。アルバートの、顔を語ってたんですよね。He took on Albert's appearance and all. Yeah, I mean, yeah. He was alright. He was, kind of a bro. ちょっといい感じだったやつ。Ah, that sounds more like the La Brea I know. Before we depart, however, I must offer you an apology. As La Brea said, I am Elizabeth, one of the convocation and emissary of their will. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity by investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. そんな気はしていた。テメスであることは変わりはない。お互い様だ。おお、意味風ですね、これ。意味深い。This sounds like we got something going on too. All right. だね。Should we go 1 or 3? チカさん。Let's just go with this. 1にしますか。Your perceptive does not surprise me. When the time comes, it shall make my explanation all the easier to understand. In any case, we have pressing matters to attend to. Let us do as La Brea suggested and return to the gates. We can speak there. Please, help him. Save him. As you're aware of by now, I am known as Elizabeth. After my dear friend Azim and I detected irregularities in Pandaemonium, we decided the best course of action would be to hide my station as I conducted my investigation. I'm sure La Brea, as well, is eager to find out why I hid who I was, but I shall save that story for later. First, I would like to speak of you, my friend. Although neither Azim nor I had ever met you in the flesh, you came with her highest recommendation. That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. That somewhere in the world a guiding star so similar to herself was out there amused Azim to no end. There was not a shade of doubt in her heart that you would be a formidable ally. Furthermore, I have heard stories that Mistress Venat, who held the position of Azim previously, journeyed to the familiar much like yourself. That made the decision to trust you all the easier. She, too, now dons the white robes of an advisor. If she placed her absolute faith in you, I knew I would be in capable hands. Aware, though, I was of the path you had walked, I had no interest in exposing you. I merely wanted to meet you, to travel by your side for a while. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but that is enough for me to believe you would never lead me astray. I wanted to tell you that. Ba 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 ba. I see Seraph is still in the party. まだパーティーにいるんですね。I'm just gonna disband it, alright? ちょっと解散しますね。ありがとうございました、さっき。Seraph さん。Thank you very much for just now, Seraph. 心まで規制されし、極卒長。Keyword that had been corroded to the very heart, or more like corroded, but sort of by a parasite. So, yeah. Keywords ガオ。これは極卒長の監獄。I don't know how long it's been since we last spoke, La Habrea, and truth be told, I had hoped we would never meet again. But I see now that I was a fool to think I would ever escape your meddling. So what is that thing that called himself La Habrea? Why is he the spitting image of your younger self? I find it hard to believe you've only just now found out such a being was wreaking havoc in Pandaemonium. Do you think matters will simply sort themselves out? I suppose you deserve at least a cursory explanation. I was well aware of the anomalies occurring within Pandaemonium, including the fact that Azim and Elidibus had taken it upon themselves to investigate. I saw no reason to insert myself into this situation. For a time, that was. Imagine my surprise when instead of a formal report from you and yours, I received a communication from one of the keywords stating that research and operations were proceeding as usual. 宿題してないからこうなっちゃう! This happened because you didn't do your fucking homework. I mean, actually, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. まあ、いいことですけど。because it made La Habrea come, right? La Habrea の来させたなので、まあ別にいいか。じゃあ、つまり、学ぶべきのは宿題やんないのがいいということですか? So I guess the lesson we walk away with is it's good to not do your homework, I guess. Wow, Hephaestus' deception was almost childish in its simplicity. It became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew of his existence from the beginning? I can hardly imagine that you would suffer another to masquerade as one of the convocation. Not without good reason, at least. As you well know, the name La Habrea is but a marker of my station. It's not the name I was born with. Hephaestus has claimed that for himself. I cannot fault him for it, as he is my other half, in a manner of speaking. He knows all that I know, my equal in every way. Yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy, and desire. All the emotions that we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. If what you say is true, what purpose would such a being serve? He's the product of experimentation gone awry, a reminder of the days when I was young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time has a way of unearthing the shame we bury. When he spoke of my mother, he looked at you with venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Tell me, was he right to do so? His words were but the ramblings of a tortured mind. The hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world irreparably. I feel like there's something more to this. これはもっと何かある気がします。He's just waving it away at the moment. 今はとりあえず これほっといてというような感じにしていいんですけど、多分なんかある。There's something there. We'll get back to it, I feel like. いずれ戻る。And now that he has awakened, he must be put to rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandaemonium's protective walls, he shall invite disaster upon our star. YouTube Studio has died again. YouTube Studio また死んだ。くさ。ちょっと待って。今チェック。Alright, we're back. What that? As chief keyword of Pandaemonium, it is my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research shall be summarily abandoned and the facility destroyed. What? You would leave the other warders to their doom? It is a choice befitting La Rhea. Do you disagree? You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star and its inhabitants upon the correct course. It is no surprise that you would choose annihilation of Pandaemonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk to our people. Yet, as you can see by Erictonius' response, the decision is somewhat more nuanced than that. As Em and I grappled with this conundrum for some time, in fact. That is precisely why I chose to involve myself directly. It was the only way I could truly determine the best solution. And you need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring, no matter the course, no matter the cost. Your feelings, Elibis, are of no consequence. Have you taken even a moment to consider another path? No! You spare nary a thought for aught but yourself and your duty. You have no idea of the trials we've endured, the foes that Taisha has stood against. Taisha is a being of such ether as I have never seen. What are you? She is the guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to her stout arm and steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creations and returned them to their cells. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion, Taisha. As outsiders, we are in a unique position to look upon circumstances with our vision unclouded by attachment. Mina 救い出す道を諦めるのはまだ早い。ラハブレアの意見は信用できない。テミスが改めて調停を行うべきだ。調停を行うべき。Normally, in situations like this, I would defer to the authority that be. こういう場合は俺が上の意見尊重する。Like for example, like stuff like this, I don't know. How would I know? 例えばこういうのをわかんないでしょ、俺が。 外に人がまだ早いということはまだ時間があるということで、だけどどうやってわかる？わかんないでしょ。何も関わりもなかった、今までは何も関わりもなかった俺がどうやってわかる？ Like, it says it's too soon, right? But what do I know? I come from outside. How do I know what is involved and how much time we have left? I don't know anything. It's all variables. I feel like, you know, Erectonius and Temis, they're the right answer, right? なんか Erectonius と Temis もまあ正しい答え。できればみんな救いますというのが。Like, we want to save everyone as much as possible, and that's usually like, in fiction. That's usually like the correct answer, right? Now, fiction だとそれがいつも正しい答え。But being realistic, you can't always save everyone. リアルだといつも毎回もうみんな救えるわけじゃない。まあ頑張る。Like, I'm willing to work at it, to give it a shot, I suppose. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, really. I don't know. Labrea can't be trusted. Well, I feel like we have baggage regarding this. Labrea 信用できないというのは、俺たちがちょっと過去の保険の、忘れた言葉。過去、ヒストリーがあるなので、俺たちがそもそもラブレア信用できないということですね。So we have a past with Labrea. So we just like inclined to not trust anything he says. So there's that. And I feel like this is, I don't know what this is all about. これはわかんない。Temis が改め調停を行う。So this is because Elizabeth is an emissary? But 調停 is not emissary though. 調停 is more like a judge or like a mediator. Mediation, arbitration, intervention. Right, so that is Elizabeth's role. The mediator. So this is more saying like you should mediate. Temis. Okay, Temis に任せる。I'll leave it up to Temis. You decide. I don't know, man. I'm just a hired muscle. 俺はわかんない。俺がただの傭兵ですから。知らん。That's brilliant. Elizabeth's emissary may speak on our behalf. Should he judge our approach the more sound, even Labrea will be compelled to listen. As Elizabeth, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. My opinion as Temis can carry no weight. You understand what that means, yes? I do. Even so, you've walked with us all this time, seen what we've seen. Based on that alone, I trust that you'll find the best way forward. Very well. Then, in my capacity as emissary, I shall state my judgment. I feel like this is like they translated his position as emissary like way before, and now they're trying to shoehorn this like the fact that it's actually like a mediator or like someone who pronounces judgment. They're trying to shoehorn that back in. I feel like. Because otherwise there's no way that you don't translate this Cholteja as emissary. You just don't. I feel like this is It happens a lot in translation, alright? When you work on volume 1, you don't know what happens in like volume 5. And it's like you're just doing your best. You're doing your best. You know, you are. But like there's a decision that you made for how you translate something in volume 1 and you gotta stick with it all the way to volume 5, even when it becomes clear that that's not really what it was. I feel like this is what it is. What it is. Oh well. At present, there are merits both in destroying Pandaemonium outright and in taking time to rescue its researchers, and neither is yet an impossible task. Therefore, I judge that the most measured choice will be to continue upon our present course. We delve into Abyssos, interring any mythic creations we encounter along the way. You have yet to witness Taishi's might and Erichtonius' resolve. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand, and only then decide if our endeavor is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. However, if indeed I find your strength to be lacking, I trust there will be no objections to the immediate destruction of Pandaemonium. You needn't worry about that. We won't fail. You are bolder than I remember. You showed no signs of growth, no matter how much effort I put in. You used to be a hopeless case, but I see that now you have grown bolder than I remember. And you're more tedious than I remember. Taishi, come find me when you're finished. Tighter, I just can't with you anymore. I can't talk with you anymore. I need a breath of fresh air. Erichtonius is understandably frustrated, but we are to conquer Abyssos. We must go forth with clear heads. Pray lend an ear to his troubles, that their weight may be lightened. Ba, 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 ba. Is this? Oh, okay, we can just walk past it. 普通に越えれるんですね。よん。You have my gratitude, ill-fit as I am to show it at the moment. Without your words to sway him, La Habrea would have carried out his plan without a second thought. When at first we realized the creations had slipped their bonds, the other key wards did all in their power to restore order. Even though they could have chosen escape, there remained to aid their allies. I'm certain not a soul among them would wish to see this facility erased from the world, and they don't deserve to be abandoned simply for carrying out their duty. And besides, Hephaestus has secrets yet untold. Secrets that would be buried if Pandaemonium were reduced to rubble. I mean to uncover the truth behind his words. The truth of my mother. 天皇の復活? 復活してくるば出たの初耳ですけど。Hold on. The truth of my mother. Apparently, I missed it. But apparently, Hephaestus mentioned the resurrection of Athena. Athena is being resurrected. Okay. There's a thing going on. All right. In English, it just says the truth of my mother. While Lahabrea was quick to dismiss his claims, I failed to see what Hephaestus would gain by fabricating such a story. All I was told of my mother's death was that she perished in an accident. No one would say more. It was almost as if they feared saying more, in fact. As if someone put a gag order on them. Even if it was not Lahabrea that dealt the fatal blow, we've seen with our own eyes how quickly he can condemn others to die. I only wish to know at last, what befell her. What do you think, Taishi? Does the Lahabrea you know have any regard for the lives of others? Or will he carry out his duty with another's blood on his hands? He borrowed Thancred's body, right? Thancred の体借りたやつがね。But it might be a bit unfair to judge him based on what he became in the future, perhaps. でも未来でどういうことになったということを判断基準にはちょっと不公平かもしれないね。エリザベスですら 5.3 のやつアルバートを語ったんでしょう。Even Elizabeth, like 5.3 happened, and with Elizabeth taking on Albert's body and doing all that random shit. So things changed a lot in the future. 未来でいろいろ変わった。They went through like thousands of years of what they went through. もう何千年耐えたんですよね。アシアの南が。なのでこれはちょっと選ばない。So I'm not gonna choose this. This is a bit not fair to him, I feel like. Let's go with this, I feel like. Just a bit more fair. こっちの方がちょっと公平。This age. Just how long has it been since you last met? Regardless, I'd like you to try and view him as he is now. Another opinion will be much appreciated. But it is plain there is much to consider. Thank you, Taishi. It's easy for me to get carried away by emotion where he's concerned. We should focus on the task at hand. Proving to Lahabrea that we are capable of saving Pandaemonium and its keepers. The most convincing way to do that will be to regain control of Abyssos. Although I'm loath to admit it, he would know more about those depths than any of us. And seeing as how we require every advantage we can afford. Taishi, would you speak to him for us? He seems to have a special interest in your capabilities, and may deign to help at your suggestion, if only to see what you can do. And now to walk all the way back over. そっちに戻らないといけない。この親子ね。This father and son, man. Come on, guys. You don't have to be this far away. こんな時にいなくてもいいんじゃない Maybe like be like here. ここにいればいいんじゃもうこの親子ってさ。 Erictonia seems to have a deep trust in you, and Elipidus tells me you share some relation to Azim. Your unusual ether does not mark you as a familiar. It is unlike anything I have ever seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. To think that I would encounter an existence I could not create by my own hand. Azim never ceases to surprise. The previous Azim was much the same. In taking the entirety of the star into consideration, it came to hold dear emotions and people that a more logical mind would have discarded. This made her act in her own self-interest more often than not. Just as you and Elipidus have conducted yourselves in this matter, the true danger of Azim's nature is its tendency to infect all those she comes into contact with. The fact that he chooses to use the word infect is interesting. あまり奴から影響を受けるのは感心しないぞ。影響を受けるという言葉がちょっと面白いね。And Etzel said much the same. Trust that I shall do naught that would violate my duty. And yet you so frivolously invoked your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. It matters little, however. Only your deeds can speak for you now. You wish to know more of Abyssos, I take it. Although I no longer have control over many of its functions, I can yet sense what creations lie within. The chief keyword's reach is far indeed. Well then, what do we have to look forward to? I sense no creations of note. Perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they have been transferred to the deeper circles. Yet Hephaestus will never allow you safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. I speak of hegemony, keyword of Abyssos. Although her presence is stained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with a highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her still, there's something else at work. There's something parasitic eating away at her, clinging to her. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that's because she's already been twisted into Hematheus, doubtless against her will. 今度こそ敵の支配から解放してみせる。This time we will ensure that we free her. Or we will ensure that we free our enemy from the mastermind's clutches, from the mastermind's control. Tashi, Themis, we must rescue her from that cruel fate. And if we cannot, we can at least seal her away until we find the means to undo the damage. Your allies make you bold, Ericthonius. I very much look forward to seeing how far they carry you. Ha! 積んだよりも程があるでしょこれ。回復しました。We have unlocked the sixth circle. 6番目解放しました。なので PF 作りました。PF is up. It is probably on the last page, as always. いつも通り最後のページです。よろしくお願いします。 Thank you, thank you! くろみさん、レッカーさん、ソーシャさん、ありがとうございます。Hello! Thank you, thank you! I think that's mostly everyone. これで大体みんなですと思います。なので、DF 入れます。let's go with the DF. Let's everybody join. Let's go. We're already facing the keyword. I'm a bit surprised. ちょっとびっくりのが、もう国卒長と戦うんですよね。早いですね。これ今日の2番目の戦いですけど、It's the second fight of the day. What is gonna happen for the other two fights? There are two more. あと2つあるんでしょ。これ煉獄全部4つあるはず。There should be 4 total. In Abyssos. Yeah, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And go healer or tank if it's too long. Okay, well, I guess let's wait for 1 more minute. And after that, I guess if it doesn't pop, then please change, I guess. Thank you. I would appreciate it. Shouldn't take too long, though, I think. Hegemone. So Hegemone is not a Greek god name. これは、ギリシャの神の名前ではないですね。Hegemone. Okay, in that case, I think I will ask you to change then, if you can. Then, hello. I would appreciate it. Withdraw. Change, please. Okay, while we wait for you, then I'll just put it up on PF anyways. Whatever. Or not. Never mind. Thank you. Okay, now we should be fast. Thank you. Do you remember the fight though? 戦い覚えてるのかな? It suddenly starts to matter a lot. いきなりなんか結構重要になった。1 to 4 was super easy. 5 was suddenly very hard. 5いきなりめちゃくちゃ難しかったんですよね。Like there was the cutscene. Didn't I expect to see a cutscene? いきなりムービー予期せずのムービー始まっていきなり強くなったさ。I did remember checking to see the LB, but there wasn't enough LB for healer LB3. いきなりちゃんとリミットブレイク確認しましたということを覚えてます。でも足りなかった。ヒーラーのリミットブレイクさんには足りなかった。なので残念です。It's taking a while. Interesting. ちょっと時間かかってますね、これ。なるほど。Alright, well. Might as well go back to Limsa. でしたら、リムサに行きますか。You just see. Is this gonna be me being like, okay, I will do something else while waiting, and then because I'm gonna go do something else, it's gonna pop. It's not dirty. Because the game is a bitch like that. これはいつも、じゃあ、違う、これしますね。待っている間ということをしたら、ポップする感じです。いつも。めんどくさいやつ。Oh my gosh. These people. 誰知らない人。だから一緒に楽しみましょう。よろしくお願いします。はい、よろしくお願いします。I do it because I came out here and pop. なんか違うところに行ったからポップしました。そういうことです。そういうことです。嫉妬です。It's jealous. The game is just jealous. Well then, well then, well then. Turn up the BGM。BGM 上がりました。Oh, what's this? What are you doing here? Oh, no, the same one as before. Alright. Oh my god! Damn it! I did move! 動いたけど、ないと思って。Oh my god, why is it the same one? When are you gonna do it in order? Oh my god. Oh my god. That looks like a raid line. Anyway. Transmission. What is this? Oh dear. Pull it? いっぱいある？寄生虫が take control of this body once the evac expires. Fuck, I'm just gonna heal myself. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Out of control. 制御不能。うわー気持ち悪い。Oh my god. Oh, both of them. Alright. This again. Okay. the Garden Mode machine thing. Garden Mode の S のアームストロンさんの技。Oh, this is I don't like this fight already. Oh wait, lots of people here are hurt. Yeah. So. Oh, I can point it by a direction I'm looking towards. 向かってる方向で入れるんだ。オッケーオッケー。This, and then do this, and then do that, and then healing everybody. Oh my god, what is this? Okay, you look like you know what you're doing. なんか分かってそう。Hi, good. There we go. Oh, you don't look awesome. So good. Here? Really? Oh wow. Man. Finish it! Yay! Nice LB. Kill. Kill. Yesha! Thank you. Good game. Feel free to leave the party. Party 好きに逃げていいですよ。ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. Apparently, internment works on warders too. 毒殺長にも効くんですね。そのスペル。はははははは。バイビー。いきます。Okay, BGM 下がります。Bring the BGM back down. Disband します。解散します。ありがとう。We've won! The keyboard is sealed away and alive this time! Labre, I can't deny us now! Ba 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 ba. Next city. These quests have gone longer, I feel like. ちょっと長くなってますね、このクエストが。Alright, before we continue, I did want to look up the song. 続く前に、調べたい。さっきのやつ。Scream, I believe it was. Yes. Hegemony. Let's go. Damn. It's so metal. What the hell? Wait. Is this spoilers? This is spoilers. Never mind. ネタバレです。次進んでから一気に見ます。OK です。今日配信の後で最後のところで見ましょう。OK, never mind. There was spoilers in there. We'll do this at the end of the stream, alright? After all four circles. My bad. 悪かった。OK. 変容トゲシ国卒長。The keyword who has been transformed. Servant of violence. 暴力のしもべ。Our plan was a success, although I hardly need to tell you that. Hegemony has been sealed away. Now you have no choice but to admit the merit in our methods. You have the right of it. I am not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I've squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. Moreover, this being, ether as thin as retreating mist, unable to wield creation magics, yet powerful enough to subdue a Hemitheus, has made this ordeal far more interesting. Then we have leave to continue? As for that, there's one among you whose very presence put the others at risk. It would be best to proceed without him, for failure would have consequences that reach far beyond Pandaemonium. And of whom do you speak? A warder who cannot even conduct his duty without aid. In this place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send all to their doom. So long as we each do our part and look to the allies by our side, even a neophyte can upraise his companions. That's something that Taishi and Temis taught me. While I do not wish to express any bias, I am inclined to agree. If my investigation has made anything clear, it is that we are together greater than the sum of our parts. And hope has brought us this far. It drives us to seek the right path, and to act before that path lies close to us. Then tell me, what is it you hope for? To see Hephaestus in chains. That's the surest way to prevent further sacrifices. I'm aware that destroying Pandaemonium would rid us of him, but the cost is far too great. And I admit, I wish to know how he plans to resurrect Athena. And there we have it. You must leave this place at once, and do not think to set foot in Pandaemonium again. You are capable, that much is plain. Yet Hephaestus cannot be suffered to live, and I shall not allow his talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's mind. Life flows in a cycle. This is known. All souls return to the underworld, and Athena's is no exception. She has likely found a new vessel and a new journey to embark upon. You cannot be ignorant to the folly of Hephaestus' words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's. But what if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hephaestus has discovered something that no one else has? He knows all that you do, understands the bitter reality of the world. He wouldn't pursue the impossible. Think, Erichtonius. I have already explained that he's merely my twisted reflection. Is it worth bringing back your mother if it means others are used and discarded like tools? Is it worth it to see her once more? Now you measure the worth of your colleagues' lives. Or was that foolish braying about saving them merely performance to hide your childish devotion to your mother? Please, such bars will get us nowhere. We should first discuss... You would call me fool? You who murdered your wife in service of your ambition. For the sake of the star, no doubt. I can hear it again. That voice inside my head. I know who to follow. Hephaestus. Father. Mother. Oh, I love you so. And his voice will guide me to you. あ、ダメだこれ。No, listen not, Erichtonius. Apologies. You taught me that a calm heart stays the course, but I could never even grasp the rudder. Huh. Da, 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 da. I was starting to think that he was starting to talk like a villain. 確かに悪者のようなセリフを言い始めてると思ってたんですよね。特にこれが。Especially this. This is the clinch, I feel like. In all stories, any character that starts talking about resurrection is usually the bad guy. すべての話には、復活を考え始めるキャラが全員ダメです。全員悪者です。復活は不自然なことですから。Because like resurrection is always framed as like an unnatural thing, something that must not happen. But then there's always a character who's like out of curiosity or out of obsession with the past. They're framed as being obsessed about the past. And so that makes them unable to move forward. And it's because of that obsession, they go to extremes trying to resurrect. And it's always framed as a bad thing, right? いつもなんか好奇心から、あるいは、執着から、このアイディア捨てきれなくて、でそれに向かって走り続けるにつれどんどん、悪さし始めるというのがそういうキャラの定番なので、このセリフが出た途端でちょっとって思ったね。Like when this line, especially this line, everything before too, but especially when it got to this line, I was like, But now we know. これで明らかになりましたね。Hephaestus me! Damn you, Hephaestus! Hephaestus is cunning despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of Erichthonius made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage simmering beneath the surface. 'Twas but a matter of time until it spilled forth, and that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. A magic woven with such skill that Erichthonius himself failed to notice until it was too late. If this is the measure of Hephaestus' power, then the other keywords had little chance to resist it. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperus. Doubtless, Hephaestus' magic fed his admiration and envy until there was room for naught else in his heart. And there was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? As I thought, someone was trying to warn Erichthonius. But whom? Could it have been one of the keywords? Alas, their warning arrived too late. I had already provoked Erichthonius past the point of no return. I bear the burden for this failure. In my stubbornness, I could but scorn the boy, and Hephaestus knew that. And now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits him due to my rashness. There is time yet to save him. We can easily regain control of Abyssos, giving us a firm foothold from which to brave Pandaemonium's lowest level. The enemy is within reach. Just as with Hesperus, Erichthonius is in danger of being consumed by Hephaestus' spell. However, I have faith that he will not easily lose sight of himself. The way forward is clear. Labre, pray tell us all you know of what we shall find beyond Abyssos. I can only assume one more keyword lies in wait. The deepest level of Pandaemonium is called Tartarus, and your passage shall be challenged not only by a keyword. Hephaestus has laid traps in every corner of its halls. You have no hope of surviving far past the threshold. Jikoku. 最こそその名は時刻。時刻ですよね、これ。時刻 hell, actual hell. Of course, to make it Greek, they changed it. They changed it so it becomes Tartarus. グリシアの時刻の名前は Tartarus。なので Tartarus として翻訳されてる。でも本当に地獄ですね。煉獄から地獄。So this is technically going at the middle was purgatory. So that was a Rengoku. So that was and then so now we're going down to actual hell. Wait a minute. But what are the last 4 circles of this quest of this raid series? でもこのレールの話は全部で12個あるんでしょ。最後の4つどういうこと？We'll see. まあ、わかるようになる。OK です。Interesting. Alright. That, I expect, is where Taishi shall shine. Her dissolute ether shall allow her to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw it when Hephaestus had no effect, and doubtless even he has yet to devise a countermeasure. The time is of the essence. Hephaestus is already well aware that you can match a keyword in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed. However, clarity will be indispensable to our success, and I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart. We have yet to discern to what end Hephaestus would use Erictonius. If you know, I would ask that you enlighten us. And then there's the matter of Athena. Why do you so fiercely rebuke Erictonius' feelings for his mother? While I understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema, ye act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it? I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel it still greater pain. Erictonius のため That never works. これは間違った方向ですね。So, wow, instead of being honest, you bicker like a child. Wow. その考えそこまでエリトニス追い詰めた。We are not mincing words at all in all these three options, are we? 結構ズバッと言うんですね。この3つの、選択全部が。Wow. Alright, I guess let's go to the last one, I guess. How dare you? No. You're right. The blame for Erictonius' fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well. I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. This is not the time to get into details into big flashback. True. The remaining keyword is Agdistis. She has served in Pandaemonium since its inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless even among the keywords. Hephaestus knows that losing her would mean the end of his experiments. He has hidden her in a space unreachable by conventional means. In a space that has been cut off, so like you can't actually just walk to it. But your presence makes a mockery of such barriers. The scarcity of your ether means it would be trivial to send you directly to Agdistis. Hey! We shall approach as closely as caution will allow. We know where the battle will commence, so I do not anticipate difficulty in detecting your presence. From afar, I shall do my best to provide you with ground on which to fight and phantom allies to aid you. As for the interment, I have yet to think of a foolproof method. Interment shall not be necessary. From here, I can sense Agdistis' essence. It is scarcely recognizable. Hephaestus was more ambitious with her than he was with Hegemony. She has been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. we can but take comfort in what a mercy the underworld will be to her. If you say so. そういうのなら。Okay, unlocked. 解放しました。なので PF 上がります。So we are gonna make the PF now. 6 circle, 7 circle. Oh, alright, we're already on the 7th circle. はい、上がりました。There it is. Ooh, there's a Thalia. Lots of people already. もういっぱい人が。Not now. Not now. 今じゃない。今じゃない。はい。7 circles up. 7が上がりました。よろしくお願いします。Please and thank you. I do see that the quest is longer. あ、すいません。クジャル漏れました。了解です。今までありがとうございました。大丈夫です。多分もう結構遅くなったんですよね。言おうと思ってた。結構遅くなった。今日のクエスト結構長いっす。Today's quests are much longer than it was like the other day, so I do understand if some people have gone to sleep or other stuff. I'll wait for like 2 minutes until 29, I guess, and then I'll just queue DF like normal. 29まで待ったら、普通に DF に上がります。Hello! Thank you very much for joining. It is almost midnight in Japan. 日本だともうすぐ深夜ですよね。And also I know that between Hong Kong time 10 to 11, so reset, the 1 hour before reset, activity usually dies down. I know. リセットからの1時間前はだいたいみんなの活動が停滞下がる。というのがよくわかります。普通にわかります。So, since that being the case, I expect a bit of a wait. I am going to return to Limsa right now. ちょっと待つことになると思いますので、とりあえずリムザに戻ります。I want to see if the people are still sitting in the chairs. まだ椅子に座ってるのかな。なんか知らない人たちが。あんまいなかった。あんまいないです。They left. 何だったんだろう。Who were those people? I don't know, man. It's on 9. Not really useful anymore, is it? これ Q ですよね。ランク Q。もうあんまり使わないね。今は11と12でしょ。Right now it's 11 and 12. And Evercode is coming up, and I'm sure Evercode is gonna be next like 13, 14, right? Evercode は13、14ですよね。ちなみに Evercode は日本名前何でしたっけ？ずっと Evercode と呼んでたんですけど。By the way, what is Evercode in Japanese? Hold on. It is now 29, so I'm going to put this on DF. 29になったので DF に上がりますよ。はい。よし。And then we're going to be in for a little bit of a wait. Let me see. FXIV Evercode 日本語。なんと名前？白銀 The Wanderer. Interesting. All right. It's Hakugin. I suppose it's like platinum. Hakugin. So technically, that's white silver. Very direct translation is white silver. But Hakugin, it could just be silver. This is not platinum. I thought it was platinum. Silver color snow. Could be snow. 雪という意味もあるんだ。白銀。 なるほど。Was it not platinum? What's platinum then? ラチナ。早っ発金。もう始まってるし。待ち時間前回より早くないマジ。なんで Wait, even less time than the previous one. Alright, well, anyways, let's go. Let's do it. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, これは助けようがないです。Yeah, there's no saving that. Oh dear. Haja! Okay, say hello to everybody. Grab the main tank, focus on him. Start. Assume that's a grade white. Or not. Oh, get out of it. Oh my god. You ready to get out? No? Okay. What is this? Go inside. Okay. Now, do the Oh my god. Oh no! Oh no! Oh. Oh, 困る。これはちょっと困る。Oh, yeah, 渡れるようになった。Okay, so we cross. Alright, now what? Now we go here. Basically same as before. 前と同じ。あんま変わってない。Where's sparkle light? Red light? Yep, red light. Where I want me spawn. Oh, okay. Oh dear. Now what? Oh my god. Oh, extra flares. Oh, what do they do with extra flares? Oh, inside. Oh, that's smart. Oh, that's